I want to fade the Commanders
I know.
so badly here, but this Browns team, it's not even Deshaun Watson. It's their offensive line. Like now, Ethan Posick, the center who left the game last week against the Raiders, he's day to day with an ankle injury. And when you look at the Browns, don't forget, last week we had the Raiders at like a short number as a favorite, 1.5, 2, whatever it was. I don't remember talking to you about this. When the Raiders all of a sudden were underdogs because Crosby was out, Adams was out, whatever, I didn't buy out of my bet. I just let it ride with the Raiders at 1.5 because I'm like, I don't think it matters. I don't think this Cleveland team can do anything.
Yeah, we did talk about putting a contest because they were 2.5 in our contest. We're like, should we take it? And then we just again we didn't want to lose the numbers we had, but
Yeah.
yeah, that's the
You have to get
classic
that
spot.
Cardinals bet in there.
Yeah. Now I think it was honestly because we didn't want to lose the 7.5 on the Chargers because that was 6.5, which
Yeah.
ended up being the right move. But yeah, it's I don't know what to do with this one because it
Because
really
we
is.
want to bet the Browns.
It's honestly we're making a bet though on Schwartz in this defense. That's like the position here. It's like
This
okay,
defense that is getting crushed, that isn't even very
crushed.
good right now.
I know, and we talked coming into the year. This is why I didn't like the Browns though because we've seen in his historical data with Schwartz, his defense is really dominant one year, and then the next year they're completely not the same. Like whatever that is, they just don't carry it over from year to year, and that's usually how it is with defenses, right? It's just so hard to carry that type of momentum from year to year. Mixing that Myles Garrett's, gonna have to get surgery on his feet whenever the season is over. What are we betting here? Like everything in my body, even my model likes Washington. Like I still think this number is too low. Fishy. And like someone messaged me like, "Oh, it's because Nick Chubb's coming back." I promise you, the sports books aren't holding this number here because Nick Chubb's coming back. That they do not care. And I'm the same thing. Him coming off a major knee injury in his first start. Yeah, it's good for Cleveland, but like, does it really move the needle that much? I don't think so. So maybe I'll have a better read when I talk to some other professionals, but like I haven't made a single bet on this game. It got to 3 at one point, Washington. As soon as I called the book to make a bet on it, they moved it right back up to 3.5. So I never was able to get the 3 on Washington. So fishy line this week. This is one of the fishier lines this week, and I just have no read on it. Where it's like the pro in me is like, dude, you got to take Cleveland here in me, but the guy who's watched football through 4 weeks is just like, one team has never been more sure of itself and confident in its ability. The other team is totally lost. And Chad just said they have even more injuries now to that offensive line.
The Commanders are averaging 30 points a game, and they have scored more points each week than they did the week before.
That's crazy.
Jaden Daniels, who I feel like you started talking about him as potential offensive rookie of the year before the season started. Am I remembering that correctly?
Yeah, we loved them, but we said it was just basically that why should Williams be the odds on favorite guy? It's like their skill level wasn't that different. I just, my whole pushback was just at the end of the day, if they're both 6-10, 7-10, it's like if it's a coin flip, they're going to give it to whoever's the better stat. So I thought it should have been closer number, but yeah, it wasn't a. I wish it was a table. I was like banging on the table, being like, you have to bet Jaden Daniels, but no, nothing like that.
Well, Jaden Daniels has completed more than 82% of his passes,
Crazy.
87 for 106. That's like for the season. It's the two most accurate back-to-back performances against Cincinnati and Arizona the past 2 weeks by anyone ever. No one has ever had a more accurate first 4 games. And by the way, he's got 218 rushing yards. It's the second most by a quarterback in his first 4 games, other than RG3. We talked about those comps. Like, this guy is flashing CJ Stroud vibes for this Washington team. And after 4 games, I feel like the projection, what you see is what you get. It's not he's going to all of a sudden crater. He might
Mm,
plateau,
he
but
will.
like he's a good quarterback. Like he's fitting into this league. He's going to make the right decisions. He's not a rookie quarterback who you need to desperately be afraid of. To
He will
me,
hit the rookie wall though. That's inevitable. Everyone hits it. That's just why, like, Evan had that amazing stat a couple years ago, and Purdy made it to the NFC Championship game, and they lost because no rookie ever makes it past that championship game. Even
Yeah,
if they
but
have
they
a
lost
great
that
team.
because they tore his arm off.
Yeah, but I'm saying just historically, even go back further, I'm saying it never happens just because eventually you do hit that wall. Like eventually they do get enough film on these rookies that they run into a team that is good enough to figure out that game plan. Right now, it's like, even if it's the best defense in football, how do you not feel confident right now in this kid? Even though I know he's beat up on bad defenses, but he just looks so cool, calm, collected. And you just read off all those numbers. It's like, even if he takes a little step down, it's still an all-pro level. That's what's so impressive about this kid right now.
If he takes a little step down, then all of a sudden he's having a slightly worse start to his career than Tom Brady and Patrick Mahomes.
Right.
Seriously, that's what happens.
So I don't know what to do with it. Like I said, eventually it's going to come the other way, though, because teams will get more film on them. And it just, like, there's a reason these coaches are getting paid millions of dollars. They're really good at what they do. And they do eventually figure you out and how to make you uncomfortable and get in your head a little bit. But he's playing like a quarterback that is not thinking, totally immersed in the offense. And he looks like someone that's never taken a really bad hit in the pocket, right? He's so confident in the pocket right now. Even in games where he's gotten blown up, he gets back up and he's just so cool, calm, doesn't even phase him. So, again, Washington fans, I can't imagine being a fan of Washington right now. It's got to be the best feeling in the world.